الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله وكفى وصلوات الله وسلامه على نبينا المصطفى وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Many very important issues that have to be discussed today. At the top of the list, the critical junction that the Masjid is in as it relates to the finances of the Masjid. We are right now at an impasse, critical point. It becomes the responsibility of the people of this mosque today, next week, and between that time, inshallah, that all of you will have the ability to spend so that the Masjid can continue its general upkeep and responsibilities. Now is the time to do that. But I can't really give that topic the attention that it deserves. There's another important issue, that is the elections that are coming up. And those people who believe in engaging in the election as a way of making the taghyir and changes that need to be made in society and so forth and so on. And I respect and appreciate that there are those people from our community who, from a religious perspective, do not believe in the permissibility of voting. I respect that. But I will say that there are a number of ulama of Al-Islam, and when you look at the Quran and the Sunnah, and you understand the maqasid of this religion, the goals and the objectives, those scholars have taken the opposite position, where they encourage Muslims to get involved in the electoral process as an attempt to change things that need to be changed, or at least so that the Muslim community can increase whatever good is possible to be increased and decrease whatever evil that can be decreased. So that's an important issue. It's topical. It's right in front of our faces. Those of you who do not register to vote by the 24th of this month, 12 o'clock a.m., then you won't be able to vote. All of those issues and other than them are important. But as you remember, in the last 2 weeks, actually 3, we've been dealing with the Dururiyat al-Khamsa of Al-Islam. 3 weeks ago, we came to this community and we told you about the importance of fostering the Muslim children. We got behind that initiative and we called you people to get involved. And then the following week, which was 2 weeks ago, we showed you how in Al-Islam, as it relates to the orphans, the Dururiyat al-Khamsa, the 5 essential issues that Islam came to protect, they can be seen, appreciated, and understood through the prism of the orphans. So I gave you those examples. In the first week, we talked about the importance of the deen and also the importance of the nasab, that Islam came to protect people's religion. And it made things wajib and made things haram so that you can hold on to your religion and your children can hold on to your religion. And we showed that from the angle of the orphans. That is our religious responsibility, so that those kids are not put inside of homes that are un-Islamic and thus they grow up as non-Muslims. We also told you the impermissibility of adopting the child and changing your name or changing the name of his father and so forth and so on. The issue was about the orphans secondarily, but primarily it was about those 2 issues, those essential things that Islam came to protect. And then last week, we talked about the 3rd essential, and that is that Islam came to protect your intellect. And in dealing with that, we talked about the Mawlid. And I told you from this member, like Ahlul Kitab, who believe in Christmas and other than that, if you bring every ayat, people are not going to listen to you. If you challenge them, they're going to do what they want to do. But I didn't come in order to be an oppressor or dictator over anyone. I'm just the messenger. I just relay the message. Do what you want to do. But it was quite ironic that not a single person came to help me out after the khutbah last week to give your brother advice, the revert brother. Perchance, I can get guided to the right way. So we talked about the intellect, and how it is not okay for the Muslim not to use his intellect, or to put his intellect in a situation where he compromises it. Today, inshallah, although there are many important issues to talk about, like that election, like the issue of this masjid needs your money. The sisters who are here today, during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the women used to step up to the plate and they would give their money, although it was their husbands who were generally responsible for being the breadwinners, but those women were ready. Those of you who don't have financial abilities, no problem, you have to ask the question, what can you do to help the mosque? You don't have the money, you're a person who's an asylum seeker, you're a refugee, then make dua. You don't have money, you're unemployed, then come to the mosque and say, what can I do to help? Because the masjid is at a critical stage right now, for one reason or another. And without getting deep into those reasons, I'm coming to all of you, and I'm asking all of the Muslims here today to donate generously to the masjid. As it relates to the last 2 points of the 5 essentials that Al-Islam came to take care of, Al-Islam came to take care of the blood of the people, the lives of the people. Everybody who's sitting here, his life is sacred with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Islam also came to take care of your monies and your properties. Everybody who's sitting here, his money is sacred. No one can run a scam or come up with a scheme to try to get his money from him. This is not something that is peculiar to just the religion of Islam. As the great scholar of Islam, Imam al-Shatibi said, anyone who claims that he is upon a religion and his religion does not take care of these 5 things in a very clear way, manifest way, then rest assured he's on a cult. It's not a religion. Because all the religions that Allah sent took care of these 5 things. Took care of the people's religion and protecting it and doing everything so that their religion will remain intact. Islam took care of the issue of the people's lineage, their ancestry, where they came from, and protecting it. Islam took care of the intellect. In Islam, if you're responsible for hitting a man in his arm and you break his arm, you have to pay a diya, blood money, for what you did in the Muslim world. You crack his ribs. You hit him with something, you crack his rib. You have to pay a diya. You're responsible for breaking his kneecap. You have to pay a diya. But anytime you hit a man in his head, anywhere in his head, the diya is going to be more money. Because Islam came to protect that intellect. So the Prophet told one companion, when he hit another companion, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "La tadrubu fil wujuh." Don't hit people in their faces. One of the reasons is Allah created Adam, and Adam resembles us, the way our faces are. 2 eyes, nose, mouth, so forth, so on. Another reason is if you hit someone in his head, you are more apt to do something to his intellect. Islam came to protect these last 2 today. And that is, as I mentioned, your lives. So everybody's life is what? Is sacred. As it relates to the offering, very quickly, Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran to the people of Quraysh and to our community, subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ إِنَّ قَتْلَهُمْ كَانَ خِطْئًا كَبِيرًا. Do not murder the little children. Don't kill them. Don't murder small children. You're going to come to me and tell me that our religion didn't explain and didn't come to take care of the rights of children or the rights of animals or the rights of women or the rights of people who have special needs or the handicapped. You know, our religion took care of everything. It's just that us, our community, and unfortunately many of us, we don't learn, we don't understand, we don't appreciate. We want to always look at non-Muslims as being the example. And that's something that's insane with that picture for the one who knows this Quran. It's as if we don't have a Quran. We don't know that the Prophet came, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Do not kill the children out of fear of poverty. Verily, we will provide for them and will provide for you. And when you kill them, killing them, it is a major mistake, a big sin. So in the times of the Jahiliyyah, the Arabs of Quraysh, And many of you are from the sons of the Arabs and the daughters of the Arabs. And it is not okay for the Arabs of yesteryear to be better than us in our behavior. It's not okay. I'm speaking in English right now where the vast majority of the people understand English. And it's really clear, it's ma'qul. Everybody can understand why I'm speaking in English. 60 ethnic groups, they all understand English. The minority from us understand Arabic. I'm speaking in English. Still someone from all the way in the back will scream and say, speak in Arabic so we can understand. The Arabs of the past, for all of the drama that they brought to the table, those people had some qualities that Allah, because of those qualities, sent this book in their language. But one of the terrible things they used to do is, they used to kill their children. They would kill their children out of fear of poverty. The man didn't want to spend on his child. He didn't want to take care of his kid. They killed their children for other reasons, but that was one of the main reasons. Abdullah bin Mas'ud, he said that a man came, may Allah be pleased with him, and said, Ya Rasulullah, what is the greatest sin that anyone can commit? He said the greatest sin that you can commit is to make dua to someone other than Allah, and Allah created you. And we still have people on the day of the Mawlid and other than the Mawlid making dua to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah created you, not the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If Rasulullah and Jibril and Mikael, if Rasulullah and all the prophets and the messengers and all of the angels came together to create you, to help you, to harm you, none of them will be able to do that, except if Allah sha'a. And then after that, what's the greatest sin that one of us can commit, Ya Rasulullah? He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and taqtul waladik makhafatan an ya'kula ma'ak. The worst thing you can do all after that is to kill your child out of fear that he's going to eat your food. That was something that people do, and it's something people still do. The man wants to marry a lady, and she has children already, his stepchildren. I would say, you awliya, you women, if you have children, and there's a man who's interested in marrying you, you better sit down and make taftish and really ask that man, do you understand the responsibility of the children of my ex-husband? Do you understand the responsibility and the thaql of the haml of these kids? Because I don't want you coming into this house and you are oppressing my children. They used to kill their own children. So what do you think will be the case about killing someone else's kid? So the people of Quraysh, if he was willing to kill his own daughter after she came out, because he was afraid that another tribe would say poetry about his daughter, he'll kill her. He was afraid that the child would eat his food. He don't want to take it, will kill her. What do you think? They won't kill someone if they had responsibility of their brother's son, their sister's daughter, their nephew or their niece, not their son, not their daughter. They'll kill the child. And this ayah said no. Now this is not a ruling that is just for the yatama, the orphans. I'm just using that to show you for all of the dururiyat al-khamsa, the issue of the protection and the haqq of the aitam is there. But killing anyone is not permissible. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ ذَلِكُمْ وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. Do not kill the soul that does not deserve to be killed except by the haqq. This is what Allah has told you to do so that you can have a reflection. I would say, as I always say, from the first row to the last row, there are many of us who know of situations where Muslims kill Muslims. There are people sitting here right now, we know Muslim members of the same family who took the AK-47 and shot their own relatives over issues that are frivolous right here in the streets of Liverpool. Our children are killing their Muslim brothers right here in Liverpool. That's happening. The price of a person's life in Al-Islam is serious. And that's not just our religion. Every religion, when Isa came, when Musa came, every religion, this is the case. The life and the price of life in Al-Islam is important. Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, show this is something with all of the religions, like Bani Israel. من أجل ذلك كتبنا على بني إسرائيل أنه من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتل الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا. We prescribed and we told and we let Bani Israel know, anybody who killed someone unjustly, it would be as if he killed all of mankind. And anyone who helped someone to live, it would be as if he helped all of mankind to live. So the doctor who is operating on the patient, being a doctor is a good profession and vocation because you get those types of rewards. The woman who gives birth to a baby, she helped that baby to have life, and she's taking care of that child. The one who gives a limb or he gives some vital organ to someone, he helped to help everybody to live, everybody. And in contrast, anybody who helped them to die, you're responsible for killing everybody. Now I want to make something mentioned here that's important. We have some of our brothers who come from really tough circumstances in the world, the Muslim world, the poverty, the lack of istiqrar and aman and salama. So we're escaping where we're coming from. Some of our Muslim brothers, for an example, just an example, they live in Chad. A lot of poverty is in Chad. They live in Chad. They want to get out of Chad. So they find their way and they make their way to one of the northern African countries. He gets put in prison. 1,000 people in the room, small like this. 1,000 people, 500 people in the room, half this size. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they go to the bathroom together, akramakumullah, terrible. They are living hell on earth. So one of them contacts his relative here in Liverpool. His relative has a job. I'm his relative, I'm his cousin, I'm his brother, I'm his uncle. He contacts me and says, hey Abu, can you please send me uncle 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds, because I'm going to use that money to get out of this prison, and then I'm going to get out one of those boats, and I'm going to cross the ocean to come to Europe. Because I'm living hell on earth. What's my responsibility as his uncle, as his brother, as his cousin? I have to save his life. I have to help him live. And I have to tell him, no way am I going to send you 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 pounds to kill yourself. Because the likelihood of that rinky-dink boat flipping over and capsizing in the ocean is very high. And Islam came to help me, to help you, to save your life. He says, but going back to that camp, in that prison, that's hell. I'd rather be dead. I say to him, no, cousin, you have to read that Quran. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. I'll send you the money, go back to where you came from. I'll send you the money, go to another place. But don't get on that boat and take that chance so that your body washes up on the shores of Europe like that little Muslim baby boy. Recently, and I don't want anybody looking at me as if I got to apologize for getting that example. That's a real life example we're dealing with. And then we have these people telling us, Sheikh Rabi gets along with this one, doesn't get along with that one, Sheikh Rabi gets along with this, that. Man, leave us from that stuff. We got real stuff jumping off in our community. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, everybody heard. It's not something that's just the Muslims. People are trying to escape poverty. People from Vietnam. They get in the lorry. As soon as they get in the lorry, they turn the air conditioner, the freezer up. Over 35 people lost their life. You can't be a person who's trafficking in human beings. You can't be the one who's driving that truck. I don't have anything to do with trafficking in human beings, but I need a job. I go to these people, give me a job. I realize and find out there are human beings in that lorry. I can't drive that truck. Al-Islam came to protect the lives of those people. I have a religious responsibility to tell the authorities, hey, I got these people in this truck. Someone is under the truck. You can't do that in this religion. Don't think I'm sitting here being judgmental. Don't think that. A Muslim is in a situation, can you imagine? I think most of you were in airplanes before. Airplane goes 30,000 feet up in the air. Our Muslim community, brothers and sisters, are so desperate that the Muslim will get and hide in the engine and the propeller of the plane to come to Europe. That's our countries. Escaping what's in our countries. That's our country. So when I look at some of the situations that happen in Liverpool, we're just a microcosm of the overall reality of our ummah. We can't get along, we don't like each other, everybody has an opinion, but nobody wants to take that Quran and that Sunnah and let it be the guiding light for us. Let it be what determines what's right, what's wrong. Not what I think, what you think. It's a microcosm of what's going on in the Muslim world. So the point here, ikhwati fillah, Al-Islam came to protect our lives. Don't drive like a crazy person. When you don't drive like a crazy person, that's a sign you understand this religion. You go to the Arab world, it's one of the worst places to learn how to drive or to be a driver. Right here in our masjid, we have safety measures that we put in place, like the CCTV, like over there at the door. No one should pray and be in front of that door and obstruct the door. Why? Because that's an emergency exit. And the unlikely event something happens, you can't be the one who compromises the lives of people. Put your shoes on the racks in a designated place. Why? In the unlikely event there's a fire, everyone should have free access to get out of the building. But you know what we do? We all come to the masjid, kick our shoes off, just come out, hurry up, get the takbirah to the ihram. No, there's something bigger than the takbirah to the ihram. And that is, before you get to the salah, make sure you are helping the Muslims, not parking in a way that is going to be a problem. All of those issues. An issue as simple as checking your smoke alarm in your house. Just checking your smoke alarm. The mothers go all the time. The children, you know we have children. We have to ask, what do our children bring to the table in terms of just helping our lives in our home? What do? They eat, don't put the dishes up. They sleep, don't make up their rooms. They don't excel at school. Just problems, not all of us. You mean to tell me we don't have any children who just make it their job? Check the fire alarms. So much can be said about that, but I want to make mention of this point, really important. There are preludes, things that happen before people take other people's lives, like anger. I'm a person. If someone talks about my mother, I don't care how many policemen or army men are around me. He doesn't even know my mother. But if he talks about my mother, my wife, you're going to have a problem. So when we talk to people in a way that's not okay, when we deal with people in a way that's not okay, we make accusations and we treat each other, that's the prelude to make shaitan, make that man angry, crack your head open. You two start fighting. He pushes you, he punches you. You fall down, crack your head open, break your jaw, and we are killing each other. Not because I stood up and I wanted to kill you and you wanted to kill me. No, it's the anger. So I want to say to the community here, we have to do a better job about this tahrish that's going on between our community members. We'll leave that for another day. As it relates to the last point, inshallah, the issue of the monies. Allah mentioned about those orphans, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا مَالَ الْيَتِيمِ إِلَّا بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ أَشُدَّهُ. Don't mess with the money of the orphans until they get big. وَلَا تَأْكُلُوهَا إِسْرَافًا وَبِدَارًا يَكْبُرُوا. Don't devour their monies when they're young so that you hurry up, get rid of it and destroy it before they get old. Everybody's money here is sacred. What does it mean sacred? Sacred. لَا تَأْكُلُوا أَمْوَالَكُمْ بَيْنَكُمْ بِالْبَاطِلِ. Don't eat each other's money with what is batil. What's batil? Every single way that's not legislated. The lady got married. This is common in our community. She got married. Eating her money is, you never gave her dowry yet. You're sitting here at the Khutbatul Jummah, and that's beautiful. And today is a Friday, very important. But your wife, you never gave her dowry. And if you divorce her, you won't give her a dowry. Also, the one who married his wife and he made an agreement, the condition, the mu'akhir. If you get divorced, you gotta give her the money. You agreed 50,000 pounds. You agreed to that. No one took your arm and bent it like that. You agreed. Our daughters get married. The money of the dowry belongs to the girl. If she want to give it to her father, her mother, no problem. But the father and the mother automatically take it without even asking her. That's the borrowing people's money with what is haram. I want to borrow money from you. No problem, I need dough. I need it. Borrow me the money. I have to pay you back that money without any mumatala, without any takhir. I buy a car from you, you buy a car from me. I expect when I buy that car from you, yeah, Muslim, that you know that that gearbox is about to go out. You know that the amount of miles that is shown, you lie and you change it. You know that. The Muslim man, he has a store. When we go to the store to purchase milk from him or whatever, we expect that the Muslim man is going to give us something that is still within the date of being eaten and used. Don't give people old stuff that's going to make them sick. So this is another issue that we have in our community. The issue of getting money by hook or crook. Getting money by any means necessary. Coming up with lies, coming up with schemes, coming up with kalam. Some of us are renting our homes from Muslims who own those homes. Give the man his money at the beginning of the month. Give the lady her money at the beginning of the month. And you, if you own the home, if something breaks, go over there and fulfill your part of the contract. Ikhwani, from the signs of Yawm al-Qiyamah is that the Prophet says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, people will just get money, they don't care if it's halal or haram. The important thing, I just want money. And I don't care how much money a person has. It can be $1 billion, trillion at his disposal. He can buy any and everything that he wants. Allah is not going to put barakah in that money. He'll have a good time, he'll have his istimta', he'll do his shahwa, but he's not going to get the real feeling of the lidda of having money that's halal. And then at the end of the day, he's going to have to pay for that. So as we come to this Jummah, and we're sitting here, 128, and we have to do the wajib of coming and praying Jummah, and that's beautiful, but we need to have some self-reflection. How many people do you owe money? The money that you have, is it halal or haram? The money that your children are eating from and dressing from, being nourished, halal or haram? There's a person, he has a mihna. You know what his job is? He's a pimp, a dayuth. He has women who go out, they make money, they bring it back to him, and he counts his money. They used to do that in Jahiliyyah. And there were Muslim women who accepted Islam, and that was their mihna. They used to do that. But when this religion made things haram, those companions, sar'an, they left everything. And that's why they're the blueprint. That's why they're the blueprint for us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ونسأل الله تعالى التوفيق والسداد. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet told us sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, if you people knew what I knew, you would cry more and you would laugh a lot less. If you knew what I knew, Abu Usamah should cry more and he should laugh a lot less. It was not funny. We are really in a situation where everything is in front of us, causing us not to pay attention to what's really important. We're not created from the malaika, we're human beings, but we have a religion that teaches us how to do what we need to do to get the job done. I want to repeat and reiterate and make this last point to all of you. Our masjid, your masjid, the house of Allah, this masjid is in dire need of your financial support. Don't allow yourself to go out of the door without feeling the responsibility. Do you know some people come and use this facility and they have no need religiously, they say, I ain't giving nothing. They make a taqarrub ila Allah by saying, Wallahi, I'm not giving anything. There's a person in the audience who, he's ghafil, he forgets. So you remind him, he'll give. And then there's a person who can't give, just can't give. I'm speaking to the hearts and the minds and the spirit of all of these people who, you love Allah and you love His Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you love this religion. We're asking you to donate generously to the masjid today. The sisters as well, everybody in the same floor, give whatever you have the ability to give. And I will say, it is the responsibility of this masjid to take care of your wealth, to distribute your wealth in the ways that are Islamic and not with what is batil. We ask Allah Ta'ala Razaq al-Quwwat al-Mateen to make things easy for us and easy for you. We ask Allah to yubarik lana wa lakum fi kitabihi subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah to establish our feet firmly upon this deen. Make us of those people who really Muslims and those people who really understand and practice the religion of Al-Islam. Aqim as-salat, yarhamukum.